Welcome to the Vida Spiritual Connection from Vida Spiritual Learning Center, where you are empowered to create the life you desire. Our guiding belief is, by valuing and empowering all, we inspire a joyous and fulfilling life. At Vida, we study and practice the teachings of the science of mind and spirit founded by Dr. Ernest Holmes. Each week, we present an inspiring spiritual message, followed by a guided meditation. Now, here's today's message.
Hello and welcome to the Vida Spiritual Connection. I'm Reverend Keven Kadel. All of the Abrahamic faiths are observing major holidays right now. To our Muslim folks, a joyous and transformative Ramadan. To our Jewish folks, happy Passover. To our Christian folks, happy Easter. And to our first religions, who give us the eggs and bunnies, a belated happy spring equinox celebration. Throughout 2023, we have been looking into renewing mind and opening heart. In April, the theme is Showers of Love from an Open Heart. April showers bring love from an open heart. And today the topic is Keep Rolling That Stone. Keep setting and resetting your good intentions. That's my subtitle. As I continue to learn and grow, each Easter I revisit the Bible from an Aramaic perspective. And that's kind of a recent spiritual influence for me. The risen Christ, which is unconditional love, it is your unconditional love, that is the radical healing of consciousness, the liberation from anything that seems to hold you back or weigh you down. That is the risen Christ in you. And I revisit the Easter material with the intention, as the founder of the science of mind and spirit, Ernest Holmes, said to us, to be open at the top, to be open to something new, to extend beyond. Yeshua made a similar proposal, and here's my interpretation of a passage from the Aramaic Lamsa Bible from the book of John, chapter 14, verses 11 through 13. And in this scene, Yeshua is responding to Philip, asking, how God gets personalized, not just how it was personalized in Yeshua, but how it gets personalized in everyone. And Yeshua says, believe that I am with living spirit, and living spirit is with me. And if not, believe because of the works. Truly, truly, I say to you, you who believes in living spirit shall do the works which I do, and even greater than these things you shall do, because you are communing with living spirit. And whatever you ask in living spirit will do it for you, so that God may be glorified through its creation. And you are its creation. At your essence, you are living spirit. It resurrects you over and over again. And that's really part of the Easter message, that every day you are resurrected in some way. Living spirit indwells you, propels you, guides you, surrounds you. And that happens for you every time you turn to it. To activate more of your inherent goodness, your godness, you turn toward it, you lean into it, you be present with it, you ask for it. And a greater good than you have ever imagined, you feel it, you intuit it, you know it, and as you do, you get to express that and experience it. And today, the theme, the topic, Keep Rolling That Stone, refers to the stone that sealed Yeshua's tomb and how it was mysteriously kind of rolled away. None of the storytellers explain who or how it got rolled away. And the stone had to be rolled away to shed light in the tomb and to release what was in the tomb. And the premise today is that, spirit is always rolling. It's always flowing. And you are in that flow. No matter what the circumstances and conditions of your life happen to be, you're still in that flow. So that flow has different feels. It has different variations. I have very fond memories of growing up along the Conneaut Creek. In the spring, the melting ice and sometimes snow, along with April showers, it would swell the creek often to bank full. And the rocky creek bed, which would normally be rapids, really presented very little resistance to the water that was flowing high above it, and the current was much faster and smoother than normal. And the swollen creek would clear the debris away from the sides that had accumulated since the fall floods. And that's really part of this purifying effect of spring showers. That's what's clearing and cleaning in our consciousness. And the creek is a little like the flow of your feelings, the flow of your thoughts, the flow of your intuition, and the flow of your emotions. At times, you may feel kind of swept up or washed away. You might feel at the effect of some swift current in your life. Other times, you may want to cross the stream, to wade across, because you've caught something on the other side. Something's got your attention on the other side. Yet as you cross, the currents are going to carry you to a different shore. Other times you may feel you are trying to swim against the current, against the flow. And you've caught a vision of something upstream, yet you struggle to wade or swim against that current. However, in the best of times, you are flowing with the currents. You are in a divine flow. As Yeshua said, believe that I am with living spirit, and living spirit is with me. Even if it's difficult to understand or notice or accept, your position relative to the divine flow helps you clear and heal, reveal, activate, circulate more good, more God in you and around you. No matter what you think, that's what the flow is doing. The universe is always with you, even though you may not completely comprehend it. Infinite intelligence conspires and converges for your highest and greatest good. Now, when spirit is flowing at a trickle, and the creek would sort of, by the end of the summer, get down to a trickle, that spiritual flow is easily impeded or misdirected by that rocky creek bed. And on the surface, that appears to be rough water. And in between the rapids are these slow-moving, swirling deep pools. And those swirling deep pools are kind of a contemplative time, a time when you are in deep thought and feeling, times which prepare you for those higher waters and those faster flows, those faster currents. When spirit is flowing full, in the most positive and productive sense, you're passing over and above the rocks and the pools. You're not as distracted from your good. You are in the flow of living spirit, and the unimpeded currents of living spirit easily and effortlessly carry you. With the creek, it was one of floating over the rocks that might deter you. It is being in the flow of something positive and constructive. And those are causes, those are thoughts and feelings, intuitions and beliefs. And then the flow continues into the effects, into the expression, the experience, the circulation of all of those causes, those thoughts, feelings, intuitions, and beliefs. And those are often expressed and experienced as emotions, cause and effect. And if the creek appears to be too shallow, there are always little blue boats. My brothers and the other kids in the neighborhood, we all had these little blue plastic boats. They were about 3 feet long and about 1.5 feet wide and about 1 foot deep. And they came with a little wooden paddle. They're just big enough to fit one of us kids. And just about every summer day, our little pilgrimage was to wade upstream about 1/2 mile and float and play and explore and fish and swim as we went downstream. And we go downstream about 1 mile. And on some days, we double back and do it again. The little blue boats bring up a whole spectrum of positive feelings, which I now know to be God qualities. I now know that to be me living spirit, and living spirit living me. And it brings feelings of freedom and fulfillment and beauty and joy and well-being and connection and contentment and excitement and curiosity and wonder. Within you are all of these feelings, all these God qualities just aching and waiting to be expressed and experienced in your life and in the world. You living spirit is you activating all of that positive, constructive body of feeling, that goodness, that godness that already exists within you and surrounding you. And the little blue boats, they would float just about over any shallow spot. And if it didn't, we had a paddle, and we could paddle to deeper water. So in a way, your spiritual practices are like those little blue boats. They put you in a positive and constructive flow, to grow with the flow, to navigate to a better flow. As you meditate and affirm and journal and study and vision, you find and grow the best flow of living spirit. And then if not, then you paddle your little blue boat to something better, a better current, a better flow. For Easter, I look at the opening represented by that rock or stone being rolled away from Yeshua's tomb. As I mentioned, all the Gospels offer no explanation as to who or how that stone got rolled away, but rolled away it was. There are times, maybe just me talking here, wherein I have been deep in that tomb of my own worry and doubt and despair. And it felt like the stone covering that tomb was immovable. However, by setting an intention to heal, an intention to grow, and through consistent spiritual practice, and assisted by therapists and practitioners and healers of every type and every stripe, that stone was rolled away, and the relics of my stinking thinking were dissolved, and my life got better. Now, what is true for me is true for you, and what's true for us is true for all beings everywhere. As your stone gets rolled away, and it does so through your spiritual practices, through your intention setting, as your stone gets rolled away, light and love is shed on what might be entombed in your thinking, in your mind, what might be hidden or blocked, what might be yet to be revealed and yet then to be released. And rolling that stone away opens you to something fantastic and extraordinary, something better than your wildest dreams. All this and more await your conscious revelation, activation, and circulation. With spiritual practices, you remind, you remember, you intuit, and you float on the little blue boat of love, peace, joy, and compassion. Yeshua taught and was the prime example of living a faith-filled life, of choosing to turn to love and light, of choosing peace, joy, and compassion, and doing so for family and tribe and community and for oneself. And as you do, your life takes on a kind of a timeless, eternal quality, and your good works live well beyond your human earthly realm. So find your little blue boat and keep rolling that stone away. So let's turn our attention inward for prayer. So in this moment, I just recognize the glory, the beauty, the magnificence that is living spirit. I have a vision of that in my mind that is love and peace and joy and compassion. It is beauty and creativity. It is well-being, generosity, prosperity. It is connection and contentment. And knowing that God then is everywhere equally, fully present, I know that I am one with it. And that being true for me, it's true for all beings everywhere. So it's true for you too, that you too are one with and of living spirit. You are a creation of it. You are an emanation from it. You are a meditation in the mind of God. And therefore, all that's good for God is good for you too. So I speak my word that we are powerful and compassionate intention setters and intention resetters. We set the intention to be more conscious of the divine flow as we notice all God's miraculous qualities. Individually and collectively, we set free all beings from anything that appears to hold them back or weigh them down. We gratefully and graciously declare love, peace, joy, prosperity, well-being, compassion for ourselves and for all beings everywhere. And blessing the world as we are blessed, I give thanks for this answered prayer, for this communion, this connection in spirit. And I release my word into the law of mind and action, knowing as it is spoken, it is so. That revelation of the good of God, the qualities, the love, the peace, the joy, and compassion, that's all revealing. It's all happening right where you are, right where I am, right now. It's happening right now. And now it is, and so it is. Amen. Well, thanks so much for joining us here at Vida Spiritual Connection. Up next is a wonderful meditation.
Welcome to our time of meditation. In the Christian calendar, Easter is the celebration of Christ's physical death and resurrection. In New Thought and Science of Mind, we celebrate the process of dying to old thoughts and beliefs and resurrecting into new possibilities of being. In the New Testament letter to the Romans, Paul writes, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." This is where science of mind and Christianity intersect. In essence, science of mind is about transformation and renewal. First, we learn that we need not be shackled to the old ways of the past. And then we discover that changing our way of being in the world and enhancing the nature of our life's journey is indeed possible. Transformation, then, is about letting go of those old thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve us, and embracing new ways of thinking that offer the possibility to recreate and reorient the very focus and direction of our lives. This is a study and practice certainly worth celebrating. For the next few minutes, focus your attention on what you truly desire at this stage in life, and pay particular attention to what may be standing in your way, knowing that whatever impedes your progress lies in thought and therefore is subject to renewal and transformation. Be expansive in embracing what you truly desire, and fearless in knowing that spirit is boundless, possibilities are endless, and being one with spirit gives you the confidence to embrace and realize your innermost desires. As we connect with the energy of renewal and transformation, let us be filled with a sense of hope, joy, and possibility. I am reminded that no matter what challenges we may face in life, we have the power to rise above them and create new beginnings. I give thanks for this time of renewal and transformation, and I allow myself to fully integrate this energy into my being, knowing that I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to do. And what I know is true for me, I know is true for all. And so it is. Amen.
Thanks for tuning in to the Vida Spiritual Connection. Please visit our website to submit a confidential prayer request. While there, sign up for our weekly email and receive the latest information for events, classes, and meetups. Remember to subscribe to Vida's YouTube channel, click like, and click the bell to get notifications. You can also find Vida on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Whoever sows generously also reaps generously. Giving is a spiritual practice. As you bless the world, you are blessed. Your financial contribution to Vida Spiritual Learning Center is an investment in your spiritual education and flow. Your contributions support your spiritual growth and this show, so it's a win-win. Use the link on our website, drop a check in the mail, or Zelle your contribution to 562-928-6460. Thank you so much for your generous support. Have a wonderful week and see you next time for the Vida Spiritual Connection.